All right, welcome back to the Bearded Garage. We have an interesting one here. We're working on the ABS for a 2010 Volkswagen Golf. We're going to throw it up on the lift here and take a look. We scanned the car with the Blue Driver, a Bluetooth OBD2 sensor that we picked up, and it told us that I think G39 or something like that told us the left rear ABS sensor was bad. So we pulled the car apart. Had to press the old sensor out, put a new one in, and rather than the problem going away, it actually got worse. So we'd start the car, drive it down the road. No light would be on, but the brakes would sound like they were grinding, and they would pulse really hard, like the ABS was on. After about another 300-400 yards, the light would kick on, the electronic stability programming lights would all come on, and then all the grinding and everything went away. So it's almost like ABS was engaged and was a problem. So went back and took another look at the ABS sensor we removed, and the end was ground off of it. So we're suspecting the hub is a problem and the wheel bearing was bad. So what we're going to do is replace a wheel bearing, and hopefully the wheel bearing was so far out that when we replace it, the ABS will now work. So that's our guess now, and follow along and we're going to give it a shot. All right, so now we're going to take the end cap off here. What are you taking that end cap off with? It's a cold chisel and a 5-pound sledger. All right, I'm gonna take that off, just rotating around and popping it off just so that we don't bend it up, so we can get to the axle nut.
There we go.
Yeah, just pop it off there. You're not gonna do it with your finger, pop it off with that tool. Pop it off with the tool and the hammer, you clown.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, once we got the cap off, we gotta take off that triple square bit. It's like trivia in life. How many times in life do you need a triple square bit? Volkswagen transmission, Porsche 911, and the axle on a Volkswagen. It's only a couple use cases. All right, we had to go out to buy a triple square because we didn't have the 18, was it 18 millimeter?
M18.
The M18. Is it M18 or is it 18 millimeter?
M18.
M18, he is correct. All right, so next we popped this little stupid screw out of the rotor, and now we're gonna take the brakes off. All right. Now we're taking the caliper bracket here off. That is an M14 in the back. As you can see, this is upstate New York rust. You can see Slappy over here undoing the bolt that they put in here, which is obnoxiously long to go through this whole hub piece. It's totally unnecessary to have one that long, but whatever. Now we got it out. That's an M14 triple square as well. So for this job, you need an M18 and an M14. Now we got the bracket off. All right, looks like we gotta just break the... You out of there? Or
No.
Ah. All right, so that's a little wobbly because we started to loosen this while it was down, still low on the ground. So I would, my guess is...
Some persuasion.
You don't want to persuade it because you don't want to beat on that too much.
Persuasion here.
Yeah, just beat it around the face. Don't hit it on the rotor itself.
Yeah.
Go. All right, and then the next piece is we're going to take this hub off. And we already undid that bolt when it was on the ground and loose, so, or we loosened it, I should say. We needed a breaker bar and what, the 3-foot pipe to get that undone?
It was entertaining, to say the least.
You still need more leverage?
I do. I don't know about you.
You want the breaker bar?
Why do you do that?
All right, back to the races. Need a little bit more leverage to get that bad boy apart. going. Keep going. You're not done yet. Is it getting easier or no?
A little bit, maybe.
I think the problem is that you are wimpy.
I am my phone. Watch out for that.
Yeah.
Huh? Watch out for that. That's easier now.
Is it?
Yeah. I need to get it more here. I can really feel it.
Can you just pull it all the way around, or is it not getting that much easier?
We need to pull it.
You want me to swing, can you swing it all the way around yet, or
I
no?
don't think so. Like I still put weight on it.
Wow. I wouldn't have expected it to be that hard in there. I want to say the spec on that is like 150 foot-pounds, 140 foot-pounds, something like that.
Not easy. Not easy.
Well, now that it's broken free, you want to grab the... I mean, like, I would have done this a long time ago, but, you know, that's just me.
You handed me the breaker bar. I was gonna mention.
Make sure it's all the way in there, too. There we go.
Like that.
It doesn't like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd do it. Keep going.
Dude, keep going.
Yeah, that hub's gonna fall right off. Cool. Is that at full power? Trying to take it off or no? You fully squeezed it, right? Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
I'll definitely try now. I'll put it on the wrench.
Why? Put it back on there. Take it right off. And there you go. Looking good. Pull that hub off. See what we got.
That.
Okay. Well, you know what they say.
Is that supposed to move?
What? Yeah, probably.
Probably, he says. Okay. I'm pretty sure that.
And here is the problem with the hub. You can see here the old one here. I'm going to flip these hubs so we can see them. And you can see this. So that wobble is what was causing the ABS to wear down. So you can see that wearing down on the rim of this hub. So it was actually the hub that threw off the ABS. So while we're in here, we're going to replace that ABS sensor. There's just a
move right now, though.
there's actually just a clip on the back and a screw holding it in place. You got it or no?
It does not want to move at all.
Okay. The easy part is, since we know we're not gonna keep it, you do the pulling on the back and I'll do the tap, tap, tap on the front. How's that? Ready? See? Comes out nice and easy.
Easiest ABS sensor ever.
Yeah, easiest ABS sensor ever.
And now,
So you can see the end is all worn off.
and now, since I know I can't damage anything,
Yeah, see? And now we clean this. Unfortunately, at the store, when you go to buy these, they actually give you two, because they they make this in either a 30 or a 32 millimeter. So we actually had to go.
There is a difference. There is a visual difference.
Oh, okay, okay. So there's a visual difference as well. So it looks like
visual difference being
the knobs on the back here.
Yeah, the ribs.
So the ribs on the back, and then the other difference is one of them is 30 millimeters,
Other way.
and one of them is 32 millimeters. So 32 is obviously the wrong size. So we are going to go with the one that looks the same, that is also the same size shaft. So why are you doing that?
So that if this ever has to be done again,
so that sensor,
hopefully that sensor goes in easy.
Sensor will go in nice and easy,
or
right?
come out easy.
Well, or go in easy, honestly.
Either.
Yeah.
Either, I don't care.
And I have to say, now that doesn't look like it anymore, but I think that was a 40 cal, 40 cal rifle.
It's a gun cleaner.
Gun cleaner. But thanks to Otis Gun Manufacturing and a good friend of mine who's the CEO up there, we have ample supply of these for potentially destroying and working on vehicles. So
for dumb things.
Thanks, Bill. So as we're going to reassemble this, we're just prepping the caliper
is that in all the way?
Nope, it'll keep going. It'll go. It'll literally stop. See how this is compressing? Still compressing. Oh yeah, it looks like it is in all the way now. Yep.
All right.
So now just undo that little. Yep.
This too.
That's a good
a
piston compressor for Volkswagen.
I can tell you, I'm gonna get one of these.
They're kind of fun, right?
Yeah, that makes it.
All right, so when you go to AutoZone, it's the only place that's open on a Sunday night. This is the model we got. Looks like DL512336. That is the 30 millimeter. That is the right size. Nice thing, this one was only like $70, and the 32 millimeter was actually $150. So luckily,
No, I'm pretty sure it was more.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure.
Luckily, the cheap one was the one that actually worked. That's very rarely the case for me.
Unfortunately for someone else.
Somebody else did the same thing we did. They bought both of them so they could fix it. All right, so that's the right one you need. DL512336. I'll put that in the description. One of the reasons we started this job was the ABS sensor was actually worn down. We got an ABS light on for the right rear, but the sensor is worn down, which tells us that the left rear, that the hub is probably worn. So we're replacing the wheel bearing as well. So we just slid that new wheel bearing back in place. It's still, you can see it's just a little bit loose. It's going to be held in place by this. We couldn't get it in immediately. In fact, stupid me, I didn't have the video on, so we just put a little piece of wood here and tapped it until it went in. The rear.
Oh, it got some persuasion.
Yeah. So the rear race bearing is what actually keeps it. Keeps it tight and center on the way in. So now we're just gonna run this in. Run it in really light with that. And then we'll torque it down.
And if you get it on and then you try to pull it back off, the piece stays on. Yeah.
Just you don't want to take it all apart because that's the race bearing. Normally when you take these apart, I've had to cut race bearings off before. So just
carefully. Yeah,
very, very light. Just enough to get it. Let's just do it by hand. Let's do it by hand. I just put that back on. I think these go on at like 150 foot-pounds, so we'll grab the torque wrench once you get it in there quite a ways. Probably could have used the impact, but I just like using that instead. Just makes you feel, you can feel it, you know? Definitely not as wobbly, that bearing, huh? Well, it is now because it's just sitting on there, right?
Yeah, but that wobbles less than it did.
Well, the other one was stupid.
You want to get it from this side so I can really get leverage like that? Yeah, there we go.
So we're actually torquing this to 133 foot-pounds. Yeah, that was pretty easy, huh?
That was.
So put it back on, try it again. Make sure you got it. My guess is it'll click right away. Yeah. Perfect. 133. That's that new icon. I like that.
Oh, I like it too.
Nice and shiny. So right now we are putting the ABS sensor back in. So that'll run up against the new hub. Hopefully we can get this damn ABS sensor light off. All right, so in reassembly here, we noticed that the caliper bracket, the what you call these, but the caliper bolts. They were all, one of them was completely seized up. So rather than having to do a brake job here soon, we just pulled them all out. Actually ran them on the brass buffing wheel, cleaned out these ends, and we'll just put it all back together with some new fresh grease. All right, now we have, it's perfect. All right, so just put the rotor back on. We did put the set screw back in because we still had it and didn't break it. And now we are in the process of putting the caliper bracket back on. So just a reassembly. All right, now the brakes are back in, the caliper's back on. We're gonna put the cap on. Just put it on, yeah, close enough. And give it the old,
Oomph.
give it the old whacker. Oh, you broke my wood.
Oh, shut up! You're fine. Let's do the bottom more.
Yeah, just the bottom little. Yeah, that looks pretty good anyway.
I want to be able to see it.
Perfect. Looks good to me.
Ha ha.
All right, now let's take anti-seize, rub it around the hub there, where it meets the.
There.
Yep.
Does not need to go on there though.
Nope. Just put it on the end there where it meets the tire.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, where the rotor meets the wheel rim.
I know what you're talking about. Here.
Yep. So next time we take it off, it doesn't have to smash it off, you know?
Yeah. I was able to take my wheel off on my own today.
Pretty good. All right, now put the wheel back on. I think we're good, man.
Should I put any up here or does it not touch?
Nah, it's not a big deal there. The most of the problem you run into is right there on the hub. So, we're just getting in the car real quick after we have replaced everything. All right, so the kicker looks like, as you can tell with this, so I like to use the Matco here because it can tell, I think it's once 5 or 6 of the engine control monitors, these monitor statuses up here. Once those are green, you can tell it's good. I think it's the problem is this car doesn't have these two. So right now it looks like ABS is fine. ABS light has not come back on the dash. We've driven it about 100 miles since this has happened. As soon as we finish the job, we cleared all the codes, rescanned, and now we're waiting for the monitors to come on. So the monitors finally all came up today. So it looks like we're good to go. Thanks for tuning into the Bearded Garage. We appreciate it. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks a lot.